All right, what's up, guys? Y'all already know who this is. It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense. If you can hear all the noise outside, I do apologize. I'm doing a video from a different location. I'm actually in one of the break rooms in the hospital. I'm on the fifth floor, Glen Brunswick side. Um, and as you can see, I'll show you. We have a lot of construction going on the past few months. They are actually expanding and making the front entrance, also the opposite side of the building that you can't see, um, which is the emergency department. They're remodeling and doing some upgrades. So it's pretty exciting and yet stressful because this used to be one of the entrances that a lot of people used to come into. Um, and they've totally annihilated and destroyed it, and they are constantly working trying to get this thing done. We've already seen pictures of how it's supposed to look in the coming months to maybe a year or two. So it's pretty exciting. Um, but to me, you know how I am. It doesn't really affect me any. I really don't care. Uh, I come and go as I please. And check out this wind that's blowing. If I could zoom in on this tree. I don't know what's going on with the weather, man, but we supposed to be in spring now, and it feels like it's fucking winter still or fall. It's cool outside, windy. It's been raining. It's cloudy outside right now. Um, but as we all know, the show must go on. We have to do what we have to do, and it is what it is. So my video right now is about being consistent. And I know a lot of you was wondering, or may be wondering, even though I only have one reviewer right now, um, people may be wondering what I have on today. And I was about to unveil what I was wearing, which is really no secret fragrance. I'll just do that a little later because I don't have the bottle actually with me on my persons right now. It's in my bag downstairs. So I'll do that video a little later. But being consistent, me and one of my subscribers who talks on a constant basis about fragrances, he just informed me that he found Bulgari Aqua Amara, the 1 ounce bottle, at one of his, I guess, discount stores like TJ Maxx, and for like $20, which I don't think is a bad deal. Aqua Amara has been talked about a lot in the fragrance community. So it's a hate it or love it fragrance. A lot of people hate it. A lot of people love it. I've never personally smelled it. I thought I actually found it once in Burlington Coat Factory in Savannah, Georgia, but it actually was one of the body sprays, Aqua Amara, and luckily I looked at the box and I didn't purchase it because it was like $20 also. So you have to pay attention. Um, Being consistent to me is constantly having the will to want to go to the stores and dig through their fragrances and see what they have. Um, TJ Maxx, Ross, and Bell's here, which are the only three discount stores that we have, um, recently, excuse me, guys, recently haven't really been having much of anything. And you have to have it in you to constantly just say, fuck it. I'm gonna just go ahead and go whether they have anything or not. That's what builds the anticipation, the excitement inside of me, knowing that I may step out of my vehicle and enter the store and possibly walk in on a hidden gem or something great for a great price. But you also have to be prepared for disappointment, because have been many times I've been so excited and stoked to go to Ross and TJ Maxx and hope to run into something, and they have absolutely jack shit. So you have to be prepared for the best and the worst, and I've had a lot of both. Another thing I want to talk about also is something that Joy talked about also. Um, don't get suckered into the hype. Um, just because I say a fragrance is great or beautiful or long lasting, that doesn't mean that you guys always have to run out and purchase every single thing I refer to you. Um, I don't know what you guys means of making ends meet are. I don't know how much money you guys make. I pretty much let you guys know that I live paycheck to paycheck, even though I work two jobs, because one of them is like a part-time job. um, Most of my leftover money after I paid my bills goes to fragrances. And I know sometimes I have to say no, I have to back off. And it's understandable what Joy is talking about, because you can put yourself in a precarious bind um, when it comes to dealing with fragrances. It can get expensive. And even though we are buying cheapies, if you sit back and you add up all the fragrances that you have, if you have an extensive collection like I do, I have almost 200 fragrances. Um, Even if they were at $20 a piece, in which some of mine were 60, some of them were $80, something like that, $100. If they were all $20, add up $100 or $20. Okay, I just had somebody walk in. That's all. But that made me lose my train of thought. Anyway, yeah, I let you in on my lifestyle. I do live paycheck to paycheck. Um, I know sometimes I shouldn't spend money on fragrances, but when you get that itch, I just have to jump up and go. And I feel what you're saying, John. I used to live payday to payday. Now through hard work, I live direct deposit to direct deposit. Yeah, I know you were making a funny, but I understand completely. Um, I still do, and it's kind of hard to get a grasp on it, especially when it's something that you really love or love to do. I love fragrances ever since my last relationship turned into dog shit. Um, I found a vice, and that's what it was. Most people would have started binge eating or smoking or you know something unhealthy, in which buying too many fragrances can be unhealthy because it can cause a lot of problems. It can cause you to be continuously broke, and you know my whole thing is just don't fall for the hype, guys. um, I'm excited to hear about you guys finds. I love it, especially when I know I've influenced someone to go out and find something that I think is nice, or if they're in the store and they can't find what I was, talking about, they find something even better, and they come back and tell me. I love that. Um, but don't get sucked into, that vortex of, the fragrance bug, because it can get expensive. Oh, and that's what I was saying. If all my fragrances were $20 a piece, so you take 20 times 200, how much money is that? And that's just at $20 a bottle. That's not including the ones that are $100. I just said all 200 bottles were $20 a piece. That's a lot of money. That's money I could have used to, move into a bigger place, a nicer house. I probably could have put down on another vehicle. I could have paid off a loan. I could have did anything with that money. But instead I chose to, run out and buy fragrances. If I have $100 left over out of my check and I don't have nothing else to do, I got gas in my vehicle, I got food in my place, my kids are straight, and I got $100 left. What do you guys think I'm gonna do with that $100? I'm gonna be sitting in my place, twiddling my thumbs. I'm gonna pick up my phone, go on Fragrance X. I'm gonna look for fragrances. If I don't find anything, then I'm gonna say, you know what? TJ Maxx and Bills are right across the street from here. Let me just run over there and see what they got. And then I'm gonna be thumbing through all the bullshit that they have, and then I'll end up finding something that's really not worth buying, or I'll find something nice that is worth buying, but it's a little more expensive. I'll buy it, I'll go home, smell it, review it, and then a few minutes later, I'll be right back at a store. I'll be right back at another store or the same store trying to purchase something else. So now I'm sitting on flat broke, because I was itching to buy a fragrance. Yeah, and I agree. Um, it actually does make me feel a whole hell of a lot better. Um, that was my main reason for getting into fragrances. It wasn't for me to get into fragrances to start reviewing. It was for me to get into it because, it made me feel good about myself. It boosts my confidence, stuff like that. But then, I took it upon myself to start doing reviews, and now doing reviews is my thing now. It's my passion now. Um, like I said in a few other videos, I'm not the best talker. I'm not the best at, picking out notes. I'm not the best at putting words together to describe a fragrance. But you guys still somehow like my channel, and it keeps me motivated to keep doing more. But I do not want to get sucked into this whirlwind of fragrances and, constantly being broke all the time. I actually had to go pawn my watch yesterday just so I could ship out the fragrances that I owed two of my reviewers. I shouldn't have had to do that. And I'm not sitting here saying that I'm going to stop buying fragrances or that I'm going to stop doing reviews. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not going to pull a joy on you guys. Um, I just want to I don't want to be the cause of someone else um, being in a financial bind because of my review. So I'm not telling you guys to run out and go get every single fragrance that I say is great or smells good. Um, what I am saying is use your best judgment and weigh your options when it comes to your finances. Um, if you really can't afford to do it, to go out and buy all these fragrances, then please don't do it. Just buy one or two and rock with it, because all the fragrances that I have, I'm never going to be able to wear all of them fragrances, guys. I mean, let's be real. I've probably worn them all at least once or twice since I've had them. Some maybe a little more than others, but I would have to consistently on a daily basis, day, evening, and nights, wear fragrances to really put a dent in, getting rid of some of that stuff. And yes, I am going to be trading off some stuff with people. I am going to be maybe selling and decanting some stuff. So if anyone wants some decants of some fragrances that I have, please let me know and I can decant some. I just have to get some bottles. Um, but with that being said, guys, I mean that was about it. I just wanted to get that off my chest. I didn't want people to think that or feel that I'm out here trying to swindle somebody or cause you to go into financial distress because I'm always saying that something smells good and you have to go get it. You don't. We're all grown people. We make decisions, whether bad or good, and it's really up to you. So keep smelling good, guys. Keep finding those cheapies. Keep letting me know what you're finding. Um,